Daisy, is this the year that the Eagles get their first derby?
Oh, well, yes, certainly looking forward to the RAC Derby as well. But we just are looking forward to another opportunity to play and improve. I think the group's in a good spot of cherishing every moment that they've got to get after our game. And the first one is tomorrow at training. I think that's what's been a good thing this year is the depth in our squad, a bit of healthy competition. They're just relishing opportunities to improve, and we get to play against some really strong opposition that we respect, and another chance to test out where we're at.
What have you made of Fremantle this year and see as their biggest asset?
Oh, I think they're an amazing team with their contest work and their work rate. We sort of prepare for them at their best. I know they had some tough games and tough opposition, but I thought their physicality across most of the game against Sydney, who have been big improvers in the comp, was outstanding. And then the way they were able to be physical and outwork their opposition in round one is a real threat. So, we've got a lot of respect for Lisa and her team and look forward to the challenge.
Daisy, another big win on the weekend, another chase down victory. How much heart does it give you that it's a young squad, but they're finding ways to win late in games?
Yeah, I think their belief is definitely growing, and I think that comes from not just a confidence that they can through the work that they've done in the off season, but just a growing understanding of what it is that we need to address when the game and momentum is shifting, and when we're playing well, they're getting clearer and clearer about what it is that's fueling it, so they know what to turn to when the different ebbs and flows of the games come. So the combination of those two things, their belief in themselves, but also the understanding of our game and each other, I think that's helping us to grow confidence. But we like to adjust a few things in terms of how we're starting the games. Our effort's been there and our physicality. It's a bit more around our method when the heat of the game's on early. So, we've got heaps to keep working on. Ideally, we don't give ourselves the need to run down at the end, but it's certainly a good sign that they're understanding they can win from anywhere and they've got the physical capability to run games out like they are.
What would it mean to be part of a group which celebrates the first ever AFLW Derby win for the Eagles?
Oh, it'd be another good sign of our progress, I think, as a squad. I mean, like I said, we've got a lot of respect for the way they go about it. They make you play 80 minutes of footy, they play with heart, they play as a team. They've got a lot of experience in their lineup, and it's a big occasion. I know it's so unique in states like this where you have two teams and the rivalry, so they've played a lot of footy against each other and with each other, so all of that presents a unique challenge but an exciting opportunity as well. So I think we approach this like we do any game, but to be able to tick that box would be another sign of our progress. But I think that the other thing our group's gotten clearer and clearer on is that winning and outcomes like that are just a byproduct of us being able to stick to our values and stick to our game plan and play our roles. So that'll be an outcome if we get there, but the main thing is we go into this one approaching it like any other game.
Daisy, what are the keys to stopping Freo this week?
Oh, they've obviously got a lot of strength around the midfield. I think Mim Strom, the All-Australian ruck, and the experience and physicality and work rate of their midfield group is something that puts you in every game, and that's what we've seen of Lisa's team. They're in every game. They never lose by much, generally speaking. They played finals last year despite injury challenges. So that midfield group really drive a lot of that. And then they've got some potency down back. If you don't use the ball well yourself, it can hurt you back the other way, with O'Driscoll likely to come back in, Ash Brazel and the way she reads the ball, Gabby O'Sullivan if she plays there. They give a lot of drive off their half-back line that makes their forwards dangerous with the opportunities it provides.
Bella, how do you feel as though that you're in the best position that you've been to finally get one over Fremantle Dockers this year, given the run and lead into this game?
Yeah, probably closer than we have before, but I think the good thing about our group is we're really embracing that potential expectation, and we've got a lot of girls who are really training to win, which is kind of a mentality that we're using at the moment. And you have the girls that are quite young, so you got your Lou Painters, Jess Wrenchers, who are really driving that expectation. So similar to Ange, we treat it as another game, but it is a really good point for us to get after. We want to get after in terms of progress, so we are really excited.
Bella, how desperate are the Eagles to finally get on board in terms of a derby. It's been something that's been coming for a long time. This feels like the team has turned a corner over the last couple of years. How optimistic is everyone ahead of this weekend?
Yeah, I think the same level of optimism that we want to go in with every game, but it is a different game, and the pressure and the intensity of it is higher, which is great. But again, for us, Dave said before, we start that with training. So we had a good hit out yesterday, and we'll have one tomorrow as well that kind of leads us into that. So yeah, the pressure for us starts there. So optimism is a good word for it, but it's just the same that we want to go after every week.
Bella, these fourth quarter comebacks, like what does it look like out on the field as a player? Do you feel like you're always in the game, or is it just like back in the training, as Daisy said? Like what happens out there?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Like, I don't necessarily see it as the fourth quarter comeback. I think there's a lot of combination of reasons why that's happened in the past couple of weeks. I think our fitness has really gone to another level this year. So I think the first quarter is always a grind in footy. So there's a couple of things that we do need to address there. But to be honest, like I think our second, third and fourth is kind of we just grind away until we really get to the teams, which we haven't been able to do before. So there's definitely adjustments there, but it's just our belief, to be honest, and our ability to know that wherever we are, we can be 20, 30 points down and we can start to build back, and that's a real difference in our winning mentality that we haven't seen before.
Is that the biggest change that you have probably noticed? Mentioned it a couple of times. I think Michaela Weston mentioned it as well, just in terms of strength and conditioning and fitness. Is that probably what you think has changed over the last couple of years to put you in this position?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a real focus for us in the off-season. I think the other thing was just the depth in our list. Freo have really good depth, and we've seen that over the past couple of years. And I think that we're starting to build to that. So I mean, you look at our midfield and you've got 4, 5, 6, 7 girls that can rotate there, and definitely girls that should be playing that are missing out just purely because of the form of how we're going at the moment. So the depth of our list is really exciting, and being able to move girls like Ella into the forward line, half back, she can play wherever we need her to play. So be able to fill that gap is it's a really good thing for us.
And how are you finding your captaincy journey, and also obviously first one as captain for a derby?
Yeah, it's good. I've asked Ange for a lot of advice. She's been great. But no, it's really good. Charlie's just amazing. She's really good to work with, and with the support and help of Days and the rest of the leadership group, it's been really seamless, to be honest. We just keep coming to the fact that we were voting for a reason. So weirdly doesn't feel massively different, just on game day, when you know the emotional balance and leading girls, and they need to look at you and what you need to do in that moment. It's quite, I like the responsibility of it, to be honest. So yeah, we're loving it, and I think for the moment we're doing a pretty good job.